Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Devils TV. Now today's video, it's the time of the month where it's the show called Let's Talk. Now if you remember last month, I started that video and I said that every month we'll be going through the past month of United's current stage. So let's just get right into it. So after United losing to Brentford, which was quite embarrassing, Ten Hag's turned it around completely. He's changed the first team. The first team's playing very well. 5 games pretty much unbeaten. And 4 of them being in the Premier League, 1 of them being in the Europa League. And obviously the other loss that we've had previously after the Brentford game was the Real Sociedad game. But honestly, I don't count that game. It was a game we should have drawn, the Real Sociedad game. But we just got that dodgy VAR call with the penalty. That shouldn't have been a penalty pretty much. But anyway, I'm not talking about that. We're talking about the turnaround with Ten Hag. So 5 games we've now played with this first team. With De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Malacia, McTominay, Eriksen, Bruno, now Antony, Rashford, Sancho. That team is just different gravy. It's absolutely... It's just exciting. Now, obviously, I'm going to include Elanga as well because Elanga was the other side winger when, obviously, Antony wasn't here. Antony's debut was against Arsenal. But Elanga, for the most part, has also helped out this team a lot. I still personally think he should go out on loan. But at the end of the day, Ten Hag's obviously kept him. And I'm guessing if he gets another forward in the January transfer window, that's obviously in a few months, maybe Elanga will go out on a short-term loan, who knows. But anyway, what he's done is just excited United fans. The first team has gone 5 games unbeaten. We've conceded 2 goals in 5 games, which is great. We might be playing a bit scrappy at the moment and a bit scruffy counter-attacking, but again, it's not really counter-attacking football. If you told me that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's counter-attacking football and Erik Ten Hag's counter-attacking football were the same, I'd laugh at you because they're completely different. The way we build up in the play, the way that the passing is a lot quicker, the way that the players actually trust each other, it's completely different counter-attacking football. So even though it is counter-attacking football, there's nothing wrong with it because a lot of teams do counter-attacking football as their actual tactics. Ten Hag's only doing it while he's getting used to the players. He's building during this rebuild, so there's nothing wrong with it. Now, obviously, we're not getting excited about this 5-game unbeaten with the first team because, like I've said on Twitter, if any of you have seen that, there'll be many nights like Liverpool and there'll be many nights like Brentford where we get battered. And all we've got to do is go game by game, not get excited and just go from there. I still think United will come 5th place. I don't think we're getting top 4. I honestly think our best way into the Champions League is winning the Europa League. Now, obviously it was disappointing against Real Sociedad, but like I said, it was a game that should have been drawn and it was just a bad VAR call that lost us a game. But I still think United are comfortable in the Europa League. Real Sociedad are our only tough game. And I think that if he plays the first team, we'll win comfortably against Real Sociedad. I think the only reason we lost against Real Sociedad was because of the bad VAR call and the change in team. The way that Fred played as attacking midfielder was just ridiculous. I don't know why he played there. I don't know why Ten Hag played him there. I'm guessing it was just for rotation and he had no one else to play that attacking midfielder role. And I feel like when Van der Beek is fit and ready, that's when I think that the second team will be able to handle themselves a lot more. But that's just my opinion. But our next game is obviously Manchester City. And I still think United will win that. I've said it'll either be 2-1 to United or 3-2 to United. For some reason, I feel like City will score first. And obviously, I'm going to make a preview analysis of the City game as the time gets closer to the match. But I just think that City will score first and United's heads won't drop. We've got leaders now where you've got the likes of Martinez, who I just At first, I slagged him off because I thought that the price tag was too much, which it was. He should have been about 35 million, but we paid about 56, whatever it was. And I just didn't see it, but this is what happens. Like, your opinion can change. Just because you say something a month ago, you don't have to stick at it. Now, obviously, it depends on form. And Martinez is one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League at the moment. Like, his aerial duels is just great. His defensive attributes is great. And the pundits were just lazy, like, doubted him. Jamie Carragher, Graham Souness, even Gary Neville doubted him at one point. And I don't want to call them pundits out, but it was lazy behaviour what you guys did. You just thought he's 5'9", 5'10", and he won't make it in the Premier League because the modern day centre back is supposed to be between 6'3" and to 6'6". Like, Van Dijk's 6'4", and he's apparently one of the best centre backs in the world, but he's currently crap. His form's terrible at the moment for Van Dijk, and obviously Liverpool fans are going to say that he's still the best centre back in the world, which he is. He's just going through a very bad form at the moment, but at the end of the day, you can't doubt Martinez and Varane's partnership. And obviously, I've just mentioned about Martinez, not even got onto Varane. Varane, I think, is our true captain. Even though Bruno's got the armband around him and Harry Maguire gets it when he plays, to me, Varane is our true captain. He organises that back four. He's got it, like, on lock, where he trusts and knows where everyone is. And Varane's just... This is the Real Madrid Varane we wanted to see last season. But it's just clear to see that certain players were the problem with Varane. And obviously, if you get good or great players around Varane, it's different gravy. You can't get average players around Varane because that's like, I don't know. It's like asking Lionel Messi to play at centre-back, should I say. Because even though Lionel Messi's a great player... Actually, no. What's a good? Actually, I don't know what to say. It's like the voice break. Then, oh my god. But anyway, what am I saying? Varane. I'm trying to think of a good analogy for Varane because it's like hiring I'm trying to think. It's like. I can't think of a good analogy. Apologies for that stutter. I'll get a good analogy in a minute. But no, with Varane, he's a perfect centre back. He's won the lot, obviously, apart from a Ballon d'Or. And when it comes to club football, he's world class. And now he's got the partnership with Casemiro. I'm hoping Casemiro's also going to be a revolution at Manchester United. I just think McTominay right now is playing absolutely incredible. And let me know if you want me to do a player ratings video of players who have turned it around and stuff. Actually, no, I'll conclude in this video because this is the last month. I'll include it in this video. So in the last month, obviously, we've seen players really step up the game or improved, should I say. So them players that scream out to me, the ones that have improved the most, is Dalot and McTominay. I think that them players have benefited Ten Hag's training and coaching really well. I never thought Dalot would be our first team right back. He was at AC Milan on loan a few years ago, and it was always supposed to be Wan-Bissaka. But Dalot looks like a really good, aggressive, passionate right back. And we're glad to have him. And obviously, I want him to have competition. I want to have another good right back to challenge him and step up his game. But also with McTominay, I'm actually liking McTominay at the moment. Like, he's not doing this backwards, side-to-side passing anymore where he has to take a few touches before he makes a pass. He's literally holding onto the ball for less than 2 seconds and making them forward passes. This is what McTominay was crying out for, and these are just the simplest things. He's not even advanced his game too much yet. And McTominay I'd say McTominay is the one that's improved the most so far because he's gone from an average player to a good player. And it's just great to see, in my opinion. And the likes of players that have come in, the likes of Martinez and Eriksen, they're the ones who have, they're the signings who have currently made the most impact at the moment. Obviously Malacia as well, he's the first team left back, but I think he's probably the most, the lowest, I don't know what to say, the lowest averaging performance player, should I say. Like, I'm saying that the defence is great at the moment, but I'd just say that Malacia is currently the, I wouldn't say weak link, because I feel like he's way better than Luke Shaw at the moment, but I'd say that with Malacia, he's the one that's not as involved in the game, should I say. Like, you're seeing the lot, you noticed a lot, and Martinez and Varane a lot more than you do Malacia. That's just in my eyes. But when it comes to the team as a whole, Martinez and Varane and Eriksen are currently the players who are carrying United at the moment. Eriksen playing that number 8 role where he can play that long ball to the wing or the forwards and Bruno. It's just great to see, and I'm just excited about how United's going at the moment. But like I said, we've got to take it one game at a time. But obviously, all football fans, all United fans are going to be excited at the moment, because the first team has gone 5 games unbeaten, pretty much. 2 goals conceded in 5 games. And I never thought I'd be saying that as a Manchester United fan after last year's defence. It was just different, and it's just been a good month, to be honest. From the Brentford loss, it's been a great turnaround. And obviously City's the next game. That's going to be a very tough game. I'm confident we can win that, but obviously Man City, it's Man City. Haaland is on smoke at the moment. He's unreal. He's literally one of the best. He is one. I don't know. I'm going to say it. He is the best striker on form at the moment. He's in the hardest league. He's looking at shattering the Premier League goal scoring record for in a calendar year. No, not calendar year. Sorry, in a season, because obviously it's 32 goals. Is it 32 or 34? But he's supposed to be getting on average, with the goals he's currently scoring, that he's supposed to be in the 60s, and that literally pretty much doubles what the current goal scoring record for a season is. And obviously I think that's going to be one of United's hardest games for the next few months, because I feel like after City we've got a nice run of games, and I think that the next hardest game after City is Chelsea, which is about 3 to 4 weeks afterwards. So to me, I'm really happy with the way that Ten Hag has done in this last month. He's properly turned it around. He's dropped the players that needed to be dropped. He's not kept them in for favourites, and I just happy to see where the club's going. And obviously it still glazes out. I'm going to say that until they're gone. It's clear that the Glazers are panicking, and with this transfer boost hope in January, hopefully they spend even more. And I'd love to see a forward come in, should I say. I would say winger. I think that a striker is more prioritised, but I feel like you can't really get a flat out number 9 in January that's going to change it. I'd say a winger that can play the striker position will be a lot better, like a Gakpo, should I say. And obviously when Martial's back fit, that'll be really helpful. So United have still got a few injuries at the moment, with obviously being Martial and Van der Beek. So when them players come back, we'll be able to have more rotation, and the players will get an easier break. And it's just something I want to see, because Martial had a great pre-season, by the way. And I want to see him play that in the Premier League, because obviously he's not played in the Premier League yet, apart from Liverpool, where he got the assist for Rashford. So I want to see Martial starting, because I personally think Rashford in the middle isn't the best suited. Personally, right now, I'd say United's best team would be De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Malacia, I'm going to say Casemiro. I just think he needs to get match fit and get used to playing with the team. I do like McTominay at the moment, but I just think that Casemiro, like Varane, is just a world-class player. But no disrespect to McTominay, he's playing amazingly at the moment. But then Eriksen as the number 8, Bruno as the number 10, Antony on the right, Rashford on the left, and Martial in the middle. Now, Sancho, even though he's having a decent start to the season, I think this is a big season for Sancho, like I've stated, because Sancho didn't have a very good season last season, and I just think that right now, with the counter-attacking football we're playing, he shouldn't be playing, but maybe that's what's good about what's going to happen with the rotation. Maybe Sancho will go on the right and drop Antony one game, who knows? But right now, I'd say from what I saw in pre-season of Martial, I want him to get back fit, but obviously when he does get back fit, if he plays like he did against Liverpool for that half and like he did in pre-season, I think United will be very good contenders for top 4. I still think we'll get 5th, but at the end of the day, I think that with with top 4 for United, our best way to get in the Champions League is going to be winning the Europa League. Now, let's just hope that the second team will do us good in that aspect, because there's that new rule where whoever comes first in their group doesn't play the round of 32 game. They go straight to the round of 16, which is great because them 2 games that you avoid playing really helps out with fitness. And especially with the World Cup happening, I think that's key for teams to try and push for that, because normally people didn't really care if they came first or second in the Europa League. It was, as long as we advance into the knockout stages, we don't mind. But I think now teams are going to be fighting for it. And obviously it's clear to see that the teams that are going to be fighting for that first position of the Europa League spot is going to be Real Madrid. Not Real Madrid, imagine if it was Real Madrid. It's Real Sociedad and United. I still think United will win it clearly. I just think United had a bad game against Real Sociedad. The 1-0 loss wasn't really a loss. It was a game that was deserved a draw. That was just a bad VAR call. But anyway, that's pretty much what's happened on this last month. I think the team has done really well at the moment, and I'm just looking forward to seeing the City game. So yeah, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.